It is already November. Unbelievable. That gives us a chance to look at the monthly charts, and they reveal some very, very interesting situations in the commodities. We're going to look at gold, and we're going to look at two commodities that not many people are talking about. But what we see there in the monthly charts, man, you really need to know about this. This looks really, really interesting. Let's go. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and month. So right now there's a high degree of uncertainty in the markets, especially when it comes to gold and silver. Is the correction over already? Should I buy already? Is more coming? Well, old trader knowledge, old trader wisdom, when in doubt, zoom out. And we have the advantage, this weekend is the end of October. I hope you had a great Halloween. And the beginning of November. Unbelievable how fast time flies. So that gives us a monthly candle. Perfect for us as swing traders to look at the chart patterns. Here we go. Look at this. This is gold on the monthly. And all of a sudden we see, it's a green candle all right on the monthly, but the super long wick is concerning. If we look at the history, you can see we haven't had a wick like this really since 2022. And what followed after this? Now, to be fair, 2022, remember, crash year, everything went down, right? Russia invaded Ukraine, all these things that happened. Crypto meltdown. So that doesn't really tell us much, but it does tell us, wow, these things don't happen very often, right? And I'm not talking about a wick like these here, these two like tweezer likes, where we were just breaking out. I'm talking about a wick after a big rally, a long wick, and let me throw out just for shits and giggles because it is fun to see the RSI, which is at 91 on the monthly. 91, right? Look where we were on this one here in 22. We're not even overbought, right? These two weeks right here were slightly overbought. We're way higher than this. So we switch to the weekly and we see the only reason why the monthly candle is still green is because of the monster gains that happened in the first 2 weeks of October, right? We gave almost all of it up at the end of the month in the last 2 weeks. So if this doesn't tell you, hey, be cautious, no need to jump into the deep end of the pool where all the sharks are with two bloody stakes in each hand, I don't know what to tell you. Instead, let's look at two charts that not many people are talking about that look very interesting and that we want to analyze because we want to get in before the majority of the market picks up on this. Oil. Look at oil. We got a red candle, third one in a row. Sure, not great. However, look at this long wick right in the support zone. This is interesting. This is interesting for us, right? So we had a sell-off, but then it got bought up. And this is something, right? Here you see it. We had the sell-off in the first 2 weeks. But then the third week and the beginning of the fourth week, it got bought up. So this is interesting. This is a change of pace compared to a lot of the candles that we saw before, the red candles, where you see the wicks are way smaller. So meaning we're closing much closer to the low of the month, right? You see this everywhere, all the red candles, right? And now we get a candle where you would think we're going to get a big sell-off because we broke below this lower end of the big blue support zone. and it didn't stick the landing. We sold off and someone started to buy. So this is something where obviously we say, ding, ding, ding. We're going to keep this in the back of our mind. We're going to pay very, very close attention to the oil price and what it is doing in the next weeks and this monthly candle. Nobody else is doing it. Great. Then we can do it, and we're going to be first if we see that something is really happening. We have an indication now. It's not more, right? It's not more than that, obviously. But we have an indication that something may be changing in the energy markets, in this case, in the oil market. Now, let's look at the other big energy market. Oh boy, man, party time in nat gas. Now, don't say I didn't tell you. I've been talking about nat gas for the past 2 weeks. Something's happening there. Remember, I told you this. We want to get into nat gas. We want to get into some nat gas companies. I told you the reason behind it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss these type of videos. So you're going to be ahead of the market. That's what we try to do here at Hot Trades of the Day. Sometimes we work great and we succeed, and sometimes we don't. Obviously, you don't get everything right. I'm definitely not someone that's going to pretend that he's right all the time. Clearly, I'm not. Nobody is that I know. But it's important for us that we get the big moves right. And we got this big move in nat gas right. Look at this strong monthly candle. I mean, this is a big time monthly candle. We closed almost at the high of the month. It doesn't get much stronger than that. Horizontal support zone, a resistance zone. The blue zone is broken. Downtrend is broken on the monthly. That is a really, really strong bullish signal. If we zoom out on the weekly, we can see, wow, this looks great. And look at the RSI. We're not overbought at all. This is a completely different situation than we have at gold or silver or some of the mining stocks still. Nat gas has a lot of room to run. And just for fun, let me zoom out here and show you why we had this big move. Because this blue resistance zone, I should make it yellow because that's what I usually do. My apologies for that. I still had it blue because it used to be like a minor support zone. But it is a big resistance zone once we broke below it. As you can see, big support here, resistance here. This was the zone that needed to crack for the end of this base formation, 2019 to 2021. Look what happened afterwards. Party time, retest, textbook, and then we went absolutely crazy. What do we have now? We fell back below it, tested it, rejected. Since 2023, gobbled around it, tried to break out of it, bear trap, fell below it. Now we're trying to break out of it. So it's a similar situation that we have to 2920 in nat gas, and this looks really, really good. How good? Well, it's the highest monthly close since March. That is over half a year ago. So this is a strong signal that we're getting. And again, what I would like to point out, and we're not there yet, right? But you see why I drew in this blue support zone down here. You see how great this has held in 2012, 2016, 20, obviously, even COVID, and then 24, right? So this could be the bottoming. This could be the bottom and the bottoming process of a massive breakout in nat gas. We've been talking here about it. I'm gonna point out some gas stocks this week. I know nat gas doesn't attract a lot of people. It's like copper. I sit here, I'm like, I don't get it. People don't want to make money? Okay, then I'm gonna make the money. Because you can clearly see we're gonna pay close attention to what happens in nat gas, and we might retest the yellow now support zone for a retest. Very normal. But man, we turn upwards here. We test it, bounce off it, move up, or we keep going. Either of these two options, that's just a big time signal. Put nat gas companies on your watch list. Like I said, for me, energy sector 2026, that is the surprise breakout that nobody has on the bingo card. Similar to the gold miners. I don't think it's going to be as explosive in a lot of the stocks as it was with the miners. But I remember vividly, fourth quarter 2024, mining stocks just getting sold off. It was blood in the streets. Nobody wanted the mining stocks. You could gobble them up in December, January, even February for cheap prices. And then the rally started. Now, with the oil stocks and the nat gas stocks, usually you focus on the bigger companies. You don't go for the explorers. So the move's probably not going to be that high if you don't get in early. Because right now you can still get them at super cheap valuations. So you're going to make your money off the undervaluations being priced out of the stocks. That's where the real outperformance is going to come in the energy stocks. Right? They're extremely undervalued now. They're super cheap. Also pay a really nice dividend, a lot of them. And when that gets priced out of the stocks through rising stock prices, that's how we're going to make the majority of the money in this energy run, if I'm right. And this monthly candle indicates we might be onto something. So I wish you a good start to the week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.